They run out of oxygen, they weren't fit for the climb, right? And one of the hardest things is like when you discover that.
But, what you start realizing is that they ground you and they give you perspective, and over time that makes you better.
It's so
That's
funny.
actually right before, yes, because when we reached out to make the call, he and his wife, actually his wife had mentioned that they had just been binge watching Friends.
Hello, this is Macy. Michelle Obama has unexpectedly found herself in the middle of a sensational rumor linking her husband, former President Barack Obama, to beloved actress Jennifer Aniston. The internet has been ablaze with whispers about a supposed secret affair, and the mere mention of Michelle's reactions has led people to speculate wildly about her every move. Though few could have imagined a headline claiming that Barack Obama and Jennifer Aniston might be romantically involved, the rumor has spiraled through social media like wildfire. Fueled by anecdotal accounts, alleged leaks, and widespread internet chatter, with Michelle Obama's name thrown into the fray, each new development has drawn more attention to how she might be feeling, what she might be doing, and whether her noticeable absence from certain public events suggests deeper turmoil behind the scenes. The swirling speculation first took off when an anonymous post appeared on X, formerly known as Twitter, announcing that a friend of Jennifer Aniston had inadvertently revealed a hidden romance between the actress and Barack Obama. According to this post, the confession emerged during a private gathering where a psychic supposedly drew out this astonishing admission. Even in a digital age that thrives on gossip, the claim was so far-fetched that it initially raised eyebrows rather than garnering belief. But the juicy nature of a Hollywood star clandestinely meeting with the former president soon overshadowed any skepticism. Social media users latched onto the rumor, endlessly discussing whether it could be true and if so, how Michelle Obama must be responding to such startling news. Michelle Obama's marriage to Barack has long been viewed as a symbol of strong partnership. Throughout their tenure in the White House, they projected unity, humor, and love, an image that many admired and found inspiring. Pictures of them sharing a fist bump or exchanging warm smiles remained iconic long after they left Washington.
There have been maybe 3 or 4 instances where you do get a call in the middle of the night. So, for example, when the typhoon hit Japan, Fukushima.
Right.
And you're not sure what exactly is going to be happening. It's the other side of the world, so it's the middle of the night.
In recent months, forums and gossip sites have pointed out that Michelle has occasionally traveled without Barack, taking personal vacations and celebrating milestones away from him. Some have insisted that these separate schedules indicate a drift in their relationship, turning even mundane choices into so-called evidence of a growing distance. It was within this pre-existing climate of curiosity that rumors of a possible Obama split gained traction. Against that backdrop, the rumored Jennifer Aniston connection exploded with even greater force, spotlighting Michelle's potential reaction more intensely than ever. Observers note that if Michelle was truly caught off guard by these allegations, it would be entirely understandable for her to feel hurt or angry. Others, however, argue that Michelle has grown adept at navigating public speculation. In her post-White House life, she has emphasized personal well-being, self-care, and setting healthy boundaries. It's possible that she's simply ignoring the rumor, refusing to give it energy. Yet, despite the lack of any official statement from her, the internet's rumor mill has continued to speculate. Some claim that her silence is the strongest reaction of all, a subtle sign of disapproval or heartbreak that does not need words. Others take the opposite view, believing that her calm composure signifies that the rumor is beneath her notice. One of the more peculiar twists is the so-called psychic friend anecdote. The story claims that a psychic was invited to a small gathering involving Jennifer Aniston, and during the reading, the psychic allegedly hinted at a powerful man in Jennifer's life. From there, the story goes, Jennifer supposedly let slip that this man was Barack Obama. Believers of the rumor argue that such a revelation would indeed leave Michelle reeling. Skeptics, on the other hand, find the entire narrative preposterous. The idea of a high-profile star and a former president concealing an affair in a world saturated with smartphones, paparazzi, and vigilant fans seems highly improbable. They see this as yet another example of online gossip spinning out of control. At one point, Meghan McCain jumped into the conversation, stating on her podcast that multiple journalists had told her the Obamas were heading for a split. Though she provided no verifiable proof, Her statement was all certain fans needed to run with the idea that Michelle was gearing up for dramatic revelations. As soon as these comments hit social media, the rumor surged once more. Now, the story wasn't just about a possible affair. It was about a potential divorce that might arise from the affair. Once again, Michelle's perspective became the focal point. Was she outraged enough to end the marriage? Was she heartbroken behind closed doors? Or was she coldly determined to move on? Those who follow Michelle on social media have looked for hidden meanings in her posts. If she shared something about personal growth, they surmised it might reference the need to heal from betrayal. If she posted about empowerment, they assumed she was taking control of her life away from Barack. This is a recurring theme in the digital age. Figures under speculative scrutiny often have their every tweet or Instagram post dissected for coded messages. Rarely do such interpretations hold up to rational analysis, but they proliferate in online gossip circles, each reading fueling more debate. Of course, there is the possibility that Michelle truly is staying quiet because the rumor is too outlandish to merit acknowledgement. The original claim came from an unnamed person on social media, citing a friend's anecdote about Jennifer's private admission. There has been no verifiable data, no documented sightings, no credible eyewitnesses, no suspicious text leaks, and no photographic evidence showing Barack and Jennifer together without Michelle. Journalists from established outlets tend to ignore the story, dismissing it as another improbable internet rumor. That lack of mainstream coverage, however, has not prevented smaller outlets from milking the affair narrative for clicks and shares.
Expectations we have for a president that have been observed by Republicans and Democrats previously. And maybe most importantly and most disconcertingly, what we've seen is what some people call truth decay, something that's been accelerated by outgoing President Trump. The sense that not only do we not have to tell the truth.
Tabloid publishers understand that any mention of Michelle Obama reacting to the rumor draws in readers eager to see if she has confirmed or denied the claims. Meanwhile, Barack Obama continues to appear at various conferences, charity events, and public speaking engagements. While some online commentators search for signs of stress or frustration in his demeanor, he carries on with his characteristic composure. This calm approach has led some to insist that if Michelle is indeed upset, she may be handling her feelings away from the limelight. Others interpret Barack's calm as a facade, hiding internal turmoil over how the rumor affects both his personal life and professional image. Jennifer Aniston, too, is carrying on with her usual work commitments, filming projects, doing interviews, and maintaining a social life that, by all accounts, does not include a clandestine relationship with Barack Obama. Tabloid stories about her reacting to Michelle's alleged fury remain unsubstantiated. They typically quote unidentified sources or friends close to the actress, who speak of Jennifer's anxiety about losing Michelle's respect. While these stories paint a picture of Jennifer agonizing over the scandal, her own public statements have been limited to humorous dismissals. Every time she jokes about the rumor, it gives gossip enthusiasts more reason to keep the story alive, particularly the angle involving Michelle's reaction. As days turned into weeks, online sentiment split into multiple camps. One camp remains convinced that there must be some spark of truth behind all the speculation. They point to Michelle's quiet stance and interpret it as cold fury, heartbreak, or the calm before a storm. Another camp sees the entire scenario as laughable, a testament to how easily a wild rumor can ignite in our hyper-connected world. These observers note that Michelle's social media presence has continued normally, focusing on her initiatives and positivity. They argue that she simply has no reason to dignify the rumor with a response. A third camp adopts a wait-and-see attitude, certain that if there were any validity to the story, more concrete evidence would eventually surface. The fact that it hasn't, they argue, is proof enough that the entire rumor is fantasy. Michelle Obama's brand is firmly tied to authenticity and strength of character, leading many to believe that if she were genuinely outraged, she might have already said so in her straightforward manner. She built her public image on transparency, whether discussing her role as a mother, sharing her views on healthy living, or speaking about her marriage. In each of these domains, she has never shown reluctance to address personal subjects, provided she felt it served a constructive purpose. It is therefore reasonable to assume that if the rumor about Jennifer Aniston and Barack Obama truly demanded her attention, she would find a way to set the record straight. Yet, the rumor's endurance highlights the appetite for sensational stories that blend celebrity glamour with political prestige. It caters to an audience that loves the unpredictability of unlikely pairings, especially when such pairings come with the added tension of a beloved public figure like Michelle Obama. The basic structure of the rumor: secret gatherings, hush-hush confessions, a powerful figure's supposedly furious spouse, reads like a script from a Hollywood drama.
From being together, although we were still stressing about the results of the election and people were, in a way, there was a certain kind of need to connect that was going on. There was an excitement, a love. And then we just shut down.
The psychic angle adds an almost comedic twist, making the rumor more memorable and shareable on social media. Each time new insider details emerge, they're amplified by online echo chambers that thrive on every bit of intrigue. Considering Michelle Obama's known commitment to emotional well-being, some wonder if her reaction might be found in subtle gestures rather than grand pronouncements. For instance, supporters point out that she's been advocating for mental health and self-care for quite some time, encouraging people to focus on personal fulfillment over outside judgments. Could her approach to these rumors align with that philosophy, choosing peace and ignoring the drama rather than fueling it with an official rebuttal? Of course, cynics respond that ignoring the rumor leaves room for people to assume it might be true. But the Obamas and many other public figures have often found themselves in a no-win situation when faced with outlandish gossip. Addressing it can inadvertently legitimize it, while ignoring it can lead to speculation that there's something to hide. From the outside, it appears Michelle is opting for silence, either as a strategic choice or because she simply finds the rumor too absurd to warrant acknowledgement. To date, the nearest thing to an official denial came from Jennifer Aniston's comedic dismissal on a talk show, where she expressed her disbelief at the very idea of a romance with Barack Obama. Even that statement, though, has been dissected by rumor lovers who find conspiracies in her laughter or the playful banter with her fellow guest. Some have even twisted her words, claiming that she admitted to meeting Barack in private when all she did was reference having attended the same events as the Obamas, when Michelle was also present. In truth, no part of her comment supported the idea of a hidden affair. Amid all the chaos, Michelle's own reaction remains simultaneously the most discussed and least confirmed aspect of the story. Tabloids churn out scenarios in which she's making late-night phone calls to confidants, seeking advice on whether to confront Jennifer, or even drafting a statement behind the scenes that will definitively end the conversation.
I was a second-year associate at a law firm in Chicago. Winters in Chicago are deadly dreary. So the thought of leaving my family who I love and going to spend Christmas with the love of my life in Hawaii, I was like, sign me up.
Yet none of these scenarios is backed by tangible evidence. Actual details about what Michelle is thinking or feeling remain under wraps, perhaps because she chooses not to share them, or perhaps because the rumor itself is a work of fiction. In the broader context, experts in media analysis point to this rumor as a case study in how easily misleading information can capture public attention. They highlight the roles of sensational headlines, doctored images, and the inherent fascination with mixing worlds, Hollywood and politics. The story also demonstrates how even well-respected individuals like Michelle Obama can become targets of salacious gossip, with every act of silence or routine behavior twisted to fit a narrative. The rumor thrives on the storyline of a betrayed wife reeling from the fallout of a scandalous affair, an angle that tabloids love because it resonates with an audience's appetite for dramatic betrayals, heartbreak, and power struggles. Many suspect that the rumor will eventually fade, relegated to the annals of internet lore. In the meantime, it offers a glimpse into how personal privacy becomes complicated at the highest levels of fame and influence. Michelle Obama has consistently championed values of decency, dignity, and responsibility in public life. The rumor stands in stark contrast, inviting speculation that she might lash out in anger or sink into despair. Yet, absent any confirming evidence or statement, those who respect her likely suspect she's carrying on as usual, leaving the tabloids and gossip sites to gorge themselves on uncorroborated chatter. Whether the rumor fizzles or resurfaces occasionally, it underscores one reality in today's viral culture. Even the most unlikely stories can gain traction if they involve big names and taboo angles. Michelle Obama remains silent, effectively allowing the speculation machine to run on autopilot. Perhaps that, in itself, is the most potent statement of all.
They run out of oxygen, they weren't fit for the climb, right? And one of the hardest things is like when you discover that, I mean, do you stop? Do you go back because there was one member that wasn't ready? Or do you keep climbing and sort of leave them where they are?
It serves as a testament to her composure under public pressure. The notion that she's reeling from this rumor may be little more than a fantasy concocted by those who find it irresistible to imagine a dramatic reaction from a figure so often viewed as graceful. In the end, the claim that Michelle Obama reacted to Jennifer Aniston and Barack Obama's supposed secret affair appears to rest entirely on rumor. If she has any reaction at all, it's so private that no insider has credibly reported on it. Meanwhile, people continue to share memes, speculation, and jokes, demonstrating once again that the digital public sphere can twist unverified tidbits into compelling narratives. If there is any lesson in this, it may be that even in an era saturated with information, caution and common sense remain the best defenses against sensational falsehoods. And for Michelle Obama, her decision to remain focused on her personal projects and philanthropic goals might just be her ultimate response. An unspoken gesture that, in the face of outlandish gossip, dignity is its own form of commentary. Within this sprawling spectacle, questions linger. Will Michelle ever make a direct statement, or will she continue to let the rumor unravel on its own? Will Jennifer address the story again with the same laughter and eye-rolling she displayed before? And will Barack, calm and collected as ever, choose to weigh in at all? The rumor's future depends largely on how the public and media choose to handle it. If the storyline loses its viral spark, it might quietly dissolve, leaving only a digital trail of sensational headlines and overanalyzed talk show segments. But for now, speculation about Michelle's reaction continues, turning a whisper from an unverified social media user into a full-blown saga that attempts to rewrite the family dynamic of one of the most respected couples in modern American history.